This idea you are going to have, it's going to make you feel alive again. This idea that you are going to have, it's going to rejuvenate you. You're going to feel rejuvenated, re-energized. Oh my God, like never before. And it's all going to happen through your own optimism. You're reaching such an important stage of your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You will not believe what a busy month, and this is actually going to have, but most importantly, what a mind-blowing impact on you and things that are going to be happening to you throughout this month is actually going to have. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is 0712. This is like a mind-blowingly powerful number, and it means that you are going to have this experience when it comes to the time and stage at around the 17th, and again 29th, at around the 17th, and at around the 27th of March. There are going to be a couple of mind-blowing experiences that you're going to have, and this experience, this experience are going to be consisting of you seeing something, and what you're going to see, they're going to be two completely different things that are literally going to change your life, because the ideas that you're going to have, the realizations that you're going to have, it's going to help you to see things from a completely different angle. But most importantly, somehow, you will know and you will understand that this is something that you need to do. This is something that you will want to do, and you will know that this is in itself going to change your life, because you will see what's missing, but the connection when it comes to your spirit and soul is going to be absolutely undeniable, and it's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. On another note, on another hand, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the month of March, it's like this, I did say that you're going to have a couple of ideas now, so this is going to be like a month of ideas, but also the actual month of your own personal truths. Okay, so just remember this, because it's more about the actual from the beginning. So they're going to be like three major ideas that you are going to have, like three major ideas indeed. So one idea is going to be on the 7th, at around the 7th of March, at around the 17th, and another idea is going to be at around the 27th of March. But also like right from the beginning of this month, my gorgeous Sagittarini, from the beginning of this month, like, oh my God, something major, it's actually going to happen within the first, like I would say 10 days, something absolutely major is literally going to happen. So just remember when I say that this is going to be the month, which is the month of ideas, very sacred, very special, very unique ideas, but it's also going to be the month of your truths, of your personal truth, and many other truths as well. So already I say to you about a couple of ideas, but within the first 10 days, this is going to be big, this is going to be huge, this is going to be absolutely enormous. It's going to start with an important news and message that it's only going to be really tiny, nothing too big, nothing too huge, nothing too major about this message, and you are going to be happy when you hear this message and this news that you are going to have, because it's to do with some kind of a progress that you've made in life, and this in itself is going to make you feel excited, but it's not going to be giant. But then very soon after that moment in time, you are gonna see something again, and then you're gonna kind of realize that this is much bigger than you could have possibly imagined. Like you're gonna realize like how big something is actually going to be. But so it's all about you having this like kind of news at the beginning within the first 10 days of March, and then that news that you are going to have, you're gonna feel good, because this is to do with the progress in your life. It's gonna make you feel good, but it's not gonna be giant. So it's only going to make you feel like a little bit happy, and then shortly after that moment in time, you will see something, and then what you're going to see, it's going to give you an idea, and then you're going to realize that this progress that you had, it's going to be absolutely giant, absolutely enormous, and even more so. So this is going to be like probably the biggest, this is going to be the major. So three massive ideas, but this one is going to be like a big mama. This is a huge idea that you are going to have, because almost instantly, this is going to elevate you. Almost instantly, this is gonna make you feel like you haven't felt in absolute ages, years, centuries, decades. No, this is gonna like really make you feel like in such a way where you're gonna be able to recognize the vibrations you've never kind of felt around you in your life. So it's gonna be impossible to ignore. It's bringing you strength immediately. It's bringing you courage immediately. It's going to bring you confidence immediately to do something that was on your mind for absolute ages, to do something that you wanted to do in a long time. This is to do with one of the biggest manifestations and the most powerful manifestations of your life. Do you understand why this idea is going to be so big? Do you understand why this idea is going to be so enormous? Do you understand why this idea is going to be so important? Because it's going to open your eyes towards you knowing exactly what do you need to do in order to manifest something what was on your mind for absolute ages. Not only that this is going to be the right thing to do, not only you're going to be able to manifest this, so already it's going to take a while. Don't expect things to happen overnight, and I don't expect you. It is going to happen within the next 11 months. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So it's going to happen by February 2024. But by February 2024, your life is going to be very successful. You're going to be able to do things you've never done before. And around you, there is so much that is going to be completely different, which is telling me that this is going to lead towards a really remarkable move, a really remarkable step in your life, which is going to bring the whole new world of changes. And this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's not only about you being able to manifest this, but at the same time, this is 100% going to bring you one of the biggest accomplishments of your life. And you know what else I find really remarkable and very interesting when it comes to this month? How at around the 10th of March, specifically at around the 10th of March, you will know that, the new phase of your life is slowly but surely about to begin, because you are going to hear a news about something that was scaring you, something that became like a very, very kind of heavy burden in your life, a problem that you don't even like to think about, a problem that you don't like to deal with, a problem that it's like a really kind of making you feel a really kind of unhappy and dark and negative as soon as you think about it, let alone when you are kind of dealing with it. But with this type of burden, the problem is that it's all about you doing as much as you can do, and just, it's all about timing. So at around the 10th of March, you are a kind of the specific information and news that you are going to have. It's going to kind of like really get your intuition going, and through your own intuitive guidance, you will somehow understand that the very big burden in your life, it's going to actually slowly but surely, it's coming to an end. There is something else that you are going to hear along those lines, and that in itself is going to confirm to you what you have already previously been warned like psychically and intuitively. And that in itself, it's not about like burden, like very positive information and news about some kind of burden that's coming to an end. No, baby, no, it's not about that. Things are actually going to get even more interesting now. Poof, something really magical, it's about to happen. Something that you thought was burden for so long, at around 10th of March, you will know what I'm talking about. Something that you were thinking like it's a burden for so long. It was a bloody burden indeed, in so many different ways. Yes, it was rather heavy, but now you are gonna realize something about yourself, about that burden, and the direct result of all this is going to be some kind of invaluable lesson. So you're gonna realize something that you've learned, something absolutely invaluable, something absolutely amazing, something absolutely remarkable you've learned by you dealing with this burden for so long, dealing with this burden for a while. So when there was a burden on the 10th of March, you will recognize and you will realize that you were prepared for this. You needed to have this burden for so long in order for you to go as deep as you possibly could have. And now you just ended up with some kind of mind-blowing knowledge. And that knowledge edge, it's also at the same time going to be like, oh my God, you're going to like have such a moment like, oh my God, like you will realize that you know something very special, that you were prepared for this moment in time. And that in itself, it's actually where there was a burden, and now it's going to end up with a potential, with an absolutely huge potential. You will know exactly what am I talking about here, because that is going to be consisting of you needing to make the necessary step. And the necessary step that you're going to need to make, it's going to be consisting of you needing to understand that this is to do with a very, very wise choice. You are, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed going through your own spiritual awakening right now. And that in itself, it's like a sign that you're healing and you're ascending to the next level of your life, to the next level of your spiritual journey indeed. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what else am I going to say is basically when it comes to your nutrition, I highly suggest you to get something like a natural vitamin D3, which I have been saying for a while, because nowadays it's not enough to be in the sun anymore. Even if you're in the sun every day, I highly recommend you to take a natural vitamin D3. So this is going to boost your immune system, it's going to re-energize you, and it's going to be good for your sensitive bones, alongside with natural zinc picolinate, which is a highly absorbable version of zinc, and it works perfectly with vitamin D3 in order to boost your immune system, and it's perfect for skin, hair and nails as well. And the third supplement, it's organic chlorella. Whether you believe, my gorgeous Sagittarini, whether you believe this or not, or the metals, heavy, difficult, very dangerous metals are everywhere nowadays, okay, in the sky, in the ground, in the soil, in the plants, it ends up in us. And if these heavy metals end up in us, then that means that it affects our body from absorbing nutritions, and then this becomes very, very dangerous in many different ways. Organic chlorella is going to boost your immune system. It's going to be superb because it has got omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are going to be amazing when it comes to your brain, when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your memory, when it comes to your mood. It's super essential because essential organic acids our body cannot produce by itself. So this is why we need to put it inside our body. But also when it comes to metals, what I mentioned before, on top of that, organic chlorella has been tested over and over again for its ability to detoxify our body from these dangerous metals. So you take organic chlorella and this will detoxify your body from these organic metals. So you've got the whole package here, you know, protein, omega-3 essential fatty acids, but it's also going to protect your body from these dangerous metals. I have got my own supplements, obviously, because I had the difficulties finding a really good quality supplements out there, so I had to make my own without rubbish, without chemicals, without any nonsense, and it's suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and without fillers, any fillers whatsoever. Highly exceptional quality ingredients. I must not forget that because it's true. So that's vitamin D3, that's natural zinc. See this? And that's organic chlorella. This is a big mama. Hello, big mama. That's organic chlorella. So if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And if you would like to buy my supplements, and you really should, okay, so the link is in the description below. You will see, you just click on the name of this video below, and then it's going to extend the description, and then you will see the link. Or you just simply go on Google and just type in gorgeous Sasha Bonasin vitamins. No, I'm joking. Or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you will see my page coming up that way, so you can buy like that as well. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, the very first date that I want to mention to you, it's going to be the 5th of March. The 5th of March is like a fifth mama, fifth big mama. Now, the 5th of March is going to be important because you can literally expect the unexpected. My gorgeous Sagittarini, on the 5th of March, you can literally expect the unexpected. You know, you are going to see something and you are going to be deeply moved by what are you going to see. And that in itself, for some reason, is going to highlight your own resilience. It's going to highlight your own power. And it's at the same time going to open your eyes when it comes to you realizing that you shouldn't be taking things for granted. And at the same time, you're going to realize that now it's time to be objective, and now it's time to release negative and frightening thoughts, because otherwise this is going to create an inner conflict. This will all lead towards you finding new truths about yourself, and that in itself is going to leave you with absolutely no options but to have some kind of new beginning here. This is going to make you aware that now it's time to embark on a brand new beginning. This is going to be a very, very important stage of your life, because it's going to really show you the way. It's going to be such an impacted life of your. It's the time of your life where you are that is going to make such an impact on you, especially when it comes to those things that you feel so passionate about, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is so important like never ever before. Oops. Okay, so now let me show you this. So when it comes to the 5th of March, and when it comes to you realizing it's time to embark on a brand new beginning, you know, when it comes to to embark on a brand new beginning, you know, this can also be connected to an old plan, but it can also be a brand new beginning. So this can be some old plan from before, like a new beginning, you're making it now, or this is literally to do with a brand new beginning. It really depends at what level of spirituality you are, but it's going to bring, look at this, it is going to bring so much love into your life. Hello, my gorgeous. Kissy, kissy. No, I'm joking. Hello, my gorgeous. Look, it's going to bring you so much love into your life, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And this in itself, it's also going to bring in the necessary confidence, strength, and a huge amount of a very, very powerful energy indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, would be absolutely brilliant, a little silicone crystal. Check this beautiful crystal. It's very striking in so many different ways. A silicone crystal is going to bring you feeling of lightness and sense of serenity almost instantly. It creates clear heart connection with the divine, so it really helps you to be more spiritual. It helps you to recognize signs around you in terms of you benefiting from the power of synchronicity, but at the same time it really kind of grounds you. It's like kind of recenter you. So as soon as you wear this, you protect yourself from the negative energy, but then at the same time, if you feel nervous, if you feel negative, if you feel weird, if you feel scared, you can easily just ignore all those emotions that are completely normal, of course, but with the help of this, it becomes so much more effective when it comes to you, like really focusing on things that you should be focusing on and ignoring things that can drain your energy. Indeed, this gorgeous silicone pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is in the description below. And also, if you know someone who can benefit from it, you know, just get them. You know, I would love if someone would be buying me presents like this. So the second important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 13th of March. Now, the 13th of March, I like it a lot, because it's a lot about victory and a really big achievement here. And I find this is going to be quite a successful time of your life, you know, because, you know, it's all about now, it's all about a clear progress, you know, and well-deserved recognition, you know. And this in itself, it's really kind of also gonna be such a good time for you, because you will be able to like really deal with an aspect of your life that was making you feel so unhappy here, and this aspect of your life that was making you feel so unhappy here was only because you weren't too sure where you are in your life. For some reason you felt like you had a really weak foundation. Maybe you were working on certain things, and maybe you were blaming yourself that you haven't done enough, or you haven't done the wrong things, blah blah blah. you know, this blame game type of thing. It doesn't matter. You're here at this stage of your life, you are having this realization, and this is gonna be everything, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because you will be able to recognize, you know, that, you know, what was, you're gonna realize almost immediately what was making you feel unhappy, but because something was affecting your strength, something was affecting your balance, your self-esteem and your courage. All this time you were blaming yourself for some kind of weak foundation, something that you've done to something that you haven't done, but it's to do with the things that you were working on, and that you would just ended up being unhappy with maybe the certain, like how much you have put towards something, you know what I mean, energetically and things like that. So now this is the time when you are going to get your inner strength back. Now your inner strength is going to really reflect on you. You're going to realize that now it's time to be patient, but at the same time you're going to realize that now it's also time to take a bold action. You're going to find this very, very exciting. This is going to like really kind of re-energize you immediately. You're going to feel this high energy. You're going to feel very brave. You're going to feel like super confident, because this is all going to be coming through your own passion, because you will be able to do something that you are passionate about. And on top of that, you are going to feel a ridiculously adventurous. The reason why you're going to feel adventurous is because you will know that, you know, what you're doing right now, it's like basically, you know, bringing you so much closer to where you want to be, you know, in life. But it's also to connect it to some kind of like a truth as well. Very, very important. And on another note, look at this. When it comes to the 13th of March, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when it comes to the 13th of March, on another note, look at this. Okay? Someone, it's going to come through. Someone is going to come forward on the 13th of March. Somebody like a friend, or somebody who you haven't seen in a while. Some kind of a friend or someone who you haven't seen in a while is going to reach forward on the 13th of March. And that person, it's really kind of gonna tell you something. And what that person is gonna tell you, it's gonna help you to awake and to reawake, and it's going to help you to remind yourself that you should live your life. I'm not saying that you're not living your life, but I think it's a time to bring some fun into your life. I'm not saying that you didn't have fun, but you know, it's just time to find like kind of like a room for fun and other things. Balance is so important. Through that person, you're going to realize that there is some kind of balance missing in your life, and the balance is important. There is no point to live this life if we are just constantly working, or if we are constantly serious, you know. There needs to be the balance, the actual balance. So through that person, you are going to realize that there is some kind of balance in your life that you're going to need to pay attention to, and you're going to need to do something about it, because otherwise it's going to kind of really slow the process of healing if you do that, because this is what these energies are actually going to do when they're affected. So this is something that you need to understand, and at the same time, this is important because through that person who's going to like come forward like a friend or an old friend, you're also going to be reconnected with your own passion. And this is why people in our lives are so important. You know, our immediate family members, they're meant to be there. Our friends, especially those friends who have been in our lives like forever, you know, especially those that we know all our lives, you know, they are literally meant to be there, because 98% of time people just go separate ways. It's life. But some of us just really all stay kind of together, not necessarily all the time together, but we are always on the same level. When we talk, when we see each other, we can change, we can have different experiences in life, you know, we can do completely different things, but that doesn't mean that the essence of the person changes. And those essences of the person, when it comes to feeling emotional towards other people in terms of friendships, there are something special. Those that stay in our lives forever. And I know some people don't have friends like who have been for like such a long time. But then again, that can reflect on the people in your life, like a family members, for example. So this is like a one big mama who is indeed going to play an important role here. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's basically this gorgeous crazy lace jasper. Look at how beautiful this is. Very beautiful, very striking, very gorgeous. You know, every single time I wear this, I feel so much better. Every time I wear this, you know, I feel so much more passionate, and it's just almost immediately it elevates me in terms of the actual energy. You know, I just want to talk. Not that I have a problem with talking, but as you can imagine, but I like when you wear this, you know, you just want to talk. So I guess I have to stay away from this myself. I'm joking. I have to stay away from this myself because I talk enough, yeah? No, I'm joking. It's like a so it's like a basically crazy lace jasper, you know. This helps you like to talk, to communicate, and you surprise yourself again with things that you say in the best possible way. And also it wards off an evil eye, it brings joy, and it absorbs emotional pain. This is so important when we are dealing with something difficult, we are going through something difficult, when we are unhappy within because of things that we couldn't have changed, for example. But we have to get on with life. We have to do things. We have to give our best. But sadly, sometimes, you know, it's impossible. It depends how much we are affected by something emotionally and spiritually. So this is why this crystal is so important, because it really kind of makes things so much more sharper for you and clear for you in terms of clarity, especially when it comes to like saying the right things, doing the right things, you know, and things like that. This gorgeous crazy lace jasper comes with sterling silver chain. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The last important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the very 21st of March. Okay, now on the 21st of March, you will know that something really needs more attention and care. Don't ignore this, baby. Something really needs more attention and care. But it's like you're getting to that dangerous state of mind where you're going to become aware of what this is. And then suddenly you are getting to that dangerous state where you're going to start to overanalyze. So you must not overanalyze, okay? This is something I must stress here. So when you become aware of something that needs more attention and care, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you must not overanalyze, okay? You have to go, because if you overanalyze, it's going to make things unclear for you. So you just need to go with your initial feeling. You just need to go with your initial thought, and that is going to help you also to keep it all in balance, especially when it comes to you moving from turmoil and at the same time going to calm, and at the same time you're moving from unsettled to settled. You know, at the same time you're about to let go of old and bad ideas, because you are going to transition. You are going through your own transition in life, and you are starting the process of a very, very much so powerful spiritual journey that you are about to find yourself at. A very important stage in your life indeed. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. So now for those of you in relationship, when it comes to March, you know, you are really going to work on some kind of a problem, because you had some kind of disagreement not that long ago. It was like a petty little disagreement about something so important, and almost as if one of you changed your mind about something that's really important, and one of you is trying to like kind of like remind other one of that particular importance, and this is like, you really need to come to terms with this. It's so important. So this already caused some kind of argument in the past, and the problem is that something was left unresolved. Now you're going to find yourself bickering about that problem. This is going to bounce back, and again one of you is just will want to like, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. But this is going to keep on coming back, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, until you come on top with this. you know, until you sort this out. So you are going to find a little bit of bickering at around the 17th, 18th and the 19th of March in particular. There is going to be a bit of a bickering that you're going to have, and this is in itself only coming from you not resolving this in the past, and this is going to be keep on coming back until you come to the bottom of something. And now this time I can see that you are going to have this bickering, and that in itself is going to be resolved. I can actually see this being resolved by the end of the actual March. So the bickering is going to happen, but it's going to be resolved by the end of that month. But what is most important here is that once this bickering is resolved, you know, so you're going to talk about it and you're going to resolve this, and then at the same time you will see why was this so important. You're not going to realize this as soon as you resolve this, but a few days later or by the end of March, you know, the way it's going to be shown to both of you are going to hear some kind of important news. And when you hear this important news, both of you are going to feel like you want to explore something, find out something a bit further before you take something really, really important on. And this is necessary. This is so significant because this needs to be done in this particular order, because you are doing things in the right way, especially when it comes to a solid foundation which you are about to lay here for your future. And for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know, it's like, I'm telling you that, you know, almost as if you were like fancying you were liking someone just a little bit. Maybe it was a bit of kissy with that person. Maybe you had a bit of a stranger in the night moment, you know, you never know, my gorgeous Sagittarini. but it's almost as if like someone just passed your life. Those of you who are single, not that long ago, whether you saw someone and you felt like, ooh la la, look at them, you know, whether you saw someone and thought that this person is really amazing, or and then you felt this instant connection, or whether there was a bit of a kissy momenty or whatever it happens, somehow that particular person who briefly kind of crossed your path, you are gonna be very disappointed about that person in March, and nothing serious, nothing major. It's more about you seeing someone in like, ooh la la, in an amazing light, and then you're gonna realize someone gorgeous on the outside but absolutely nothing on the inside. And this is how you're gonna feel about this person, you know, somebody, and on top of that, somebody too self-absorbed. Ew. So that's what you're going to realize, like someone too self-absorbed. And now that it's actually gonna be really good, because you are going to have absolutely enough of something. 2 or 3 days later, you are gonna be ready for something new. You're not gonna be able to recognize and see the connection and correlation with everything that happens beforehand, but I'm telling you that this is the direct result of what you have learned. Subconsciously, something happened to you when you fancied that person previously who wasn't the right person for you, and you have learned something very specific about that person, about yourself, and that it's all adding up towards the very special person who you are about, slowly but surely about to invite into your life. So only a few days after that moment in time, you are going to be ready for something new. As soon as you realize who was this who is absolutely too self-absorbed, a few days after that, you're going to be ready for something new. And when you're ready for something new, there is going to be this idea that you are going to have, where you're going to realize like a boundless potential, especially when it comes to finding someone, almost as if like it's going to be on your mind, oh yeah, I'm going to go there, I'm going to find someone. So this is something that you need to do. This is something that you need to go for. So you need to pay attention to what this idea is, because this idea is like a place where you will want to go, or something that you will want to continue doing, or something that you want to start doing. However, this particular place and idea, it's really coming from somewhere very, very deep, and that in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of how much you've actually changed, but it's also going to make you aware of the fact that only now you're ready for somebody new. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.